July, make that decision final. I think if you wait too late in July, you then almost punt to the secretary to make a decision for you.
What I was gonna suggest, Mr. Chairman, our first meeting in July is the 10th.
Okay?
Is that too late?
No, not at all.
Special
No,
meeting?
not at all. No, sir.
So we can put that on the agenda for the 10th.
Okay.
Is there anything else we need to put on the agenda for the 10th, or is that kind of the first thing?
The first one is that, and what I'll do in the interim before the 10th, I'll get back with DOT and make them aware that you're gonna make a formal decision on the 10th. If they say anything that I think is counter to that decision, I'll make sure it's reported in.
And one other thing, if I could, I've got your proposals. Are you gonna actually do a written, like a letter of engagement or something that we need someone to
Yes,
sign?
yes, sir. Correct.
So I think if we could, Mr. Chairman, if it's okay with the board, I think y'all can authorize the chairman to sign a retainer letter that's on the same terms as your proposal. And I don't think that would have to come back if the board is agreeable.
It sounds like a good idea.
I can get that to you early tomorrow.
We can, consent of the board that chair will go ahead and sign that.
Yes.
Okay. So we can, okay, Washington.
So, and I don't remember right offhand from having read the what was passed, but there's an opportunity for more than one person from this county to be on that board, am I not correct? There's officials, and then there's other citizen advisors?
Correct, that is correct,
Something
that
like
is
that.
correct.
And also, when you read it, I think it says that corridor we're running through Jefferson County, it doesn't necessarily say the road's gonna run into Jefferson
That's
County. It's just
correct.
the study goes to Jefferson County.
That's correct.
I mean, we still have that ability to pull it back.
Which, Jared, which I think that's the most important piece there is the corridor goes to Jefferson County. And so the reason why the Madison County piece is so important is, number one is, it seems that Madison County is way more amenable and agreeable to an opportunity. And so the last thing that DOT wants and the governor's office wants, based on conversation with them, is find themselves in a legal battle. And they're expecting some legal battle from the environmental groups who already come out. Another thing that's important about Jefferson County is there's a big bulk of their land that's owned by Ted Turner.
Right.
And they're very concerned about upsetting, those investors in that land in that regard. But there are seats there, and just so it's known, so you have local government officials from each local government within the proposed corridor. And then you have a community who may be an individual or a member of a nonprofit organization who have a seat at the table. Water Management District has a seat at the table as well. And so there are other wording in there that could afford you to have more than one person from Madison County. Absolutely.
Well, I think, my understanding is, I know when we talk about the corridor, they were originally looking at the existing corridor of the Florida Georgia Parkway, which is US 1927, and basically it was turning caps and go through our round model, so I guess. And yes, it would be, if they probably went on the west side or south side, whatever you call that, right there, that would go through Ted Turner's plantation. I don't think he'd be real happy with that. And, then there's some real interesting conservation, plantations north of town, which I imagine that's what there's gonna be some blowback or pushback from Jefferson County. And I think we're in perfect position to say, hey, here we are.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I think it'll be the same challenges that we had when I-10 came through.
yeah, I think very, very true on that.
One other question. What will be in this corridor? I've heard some talk about broadband, read it someplace. Are you up to date on that?
Yes, sir. So if I can, Mr. Chair, I'll read from the exact wording. So the multi-purpose, it says revitalize rural communities, encourage job creation, provide regional connectivity while leveraging technology, enhancing quality of life, public safety. And so the reason why they're doing is they want to address issues of hurricane evacuation, congestion and mitigation, trade and logistics, broadband, water and sewer connectivity, energy distribution, autonomous vehicles, and other transportation modes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And that's, what is it,
Senate Bill 7068. And I can email it to Hoffman.
Okay.
Yes, I'll do that, make sure he has it.
All right. Then do we need to go ahead and appoint somebody?
Do that,
Agenda
do
for the
that.
10th. Okay, that's good. All right, we're gonna do that, agenda that 10th, and, look forward to seeing you then.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right,
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you. Okay, we have the discussion regarding the bids for employee, health insurance.
Okay. Just to let you guys know, and I don't have the bids here in front of me, and I don't think it's gonna matter after the discussion we had here in my recommendation, but, we got our renewal quote back, and, just to keep the same plan we have now, you'd be looking at a 9.6% increase. Which ironically though, if we kept the same plan and they reduced our, what do you call that, when you pay what you pay up front? Deductible, thank you, I don't know why they just let me. If they reduced our deductible down to 3,500 from 5,000, you're still looking at a 9.6% increase. I don't know this math, and insurance companies are great at it. But they also showed us several different plans, and, I've gone around for the past week and spoke to solid waste, road department, my office, whoever will listen, to try to explain to them what the idea was behind it from the insurance company. We just wanted to see some different plans. And those plan designs range from a negligible increase of less than a percentage to an 11.5% increase. Depending on what different plans you wanna do, and there are people who have looked. I haven't got a ton of feedback, but I've gotten some, but it would be my recommendation. This is Brown & Brown is looking within United Healthcare in the existing consortium. So, it'd be the recommendation. I just asked you guys, let me request Brown & Brown bid it out further. Blue Cross Blue Shield. If nothing else, I was told that it would keep them honest, and, or we would find out that they're doing a good job. So, I mean, if you want me to do that, I can call them and make sure that we have it bid out. We'll get the insurance committee to meet again and go back over the renewals here fairly quickly. I think that can happen.
I've always been an advocate of rebidding these things. Every couple of years, it just keeps everybody.
But we've rebid every year I've been here, so I mean, it's not a big deal. They can,
I
they
agree
can
with
do
you,
that
they're
easily.
keep everybody honest and keeps
And I don't need a motion to do that. I just instruct me to do that, and I will do that tomorrow.
by consensus, you got it.
Alright.
Okay. I believe that completes the agenda.
No,
Oh, no, we got the loud, excuse me, I'm
Is
sorry,
this number
more, I'm sorry, you wanna talk about the historical marker?
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman, I'm on a, school reunion committee, Greenville Training School, which ended in 1970. And we've been having, triennial reunions on that time frame. And the idea surfaced about getting a historical marker and having it put up there. I did fill out the application online, and they sent an email saying I need to get approval from the landowner to put the marker on their sign, and put the marker on their right of way.
All right,
And we are the owners of the right of way. It's on County Road 150, near the Greenville Primary School.
yes,
And, I need permission to do that.
and we're the landowner, so, we'll entertain a motion.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second. Motion and second to approve placing this historical marker for the, that is the Greenville, what was it?
Greenville Training School.
Training school, okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, carries 5-0.
And, Mr. Chair, I can give you this and I can scan it and send it back to the state. On the signature, since you're the chair,
Okay,
and Tile.
if you'll just go ahead and scan it either to Brian or to,
You
Mr.
can
Washington.
sign it up, put it here with my
Okay,
sign. I'll
that'll
get
be
that
fine,
to you
that'll be
right
fine,
away.
okay, that'll work. Okay. All right, go to the order, Mr. Davis.
Try to be brief, Mr. Chair. Just a quick update on the River Task Force business. We will meet tomorrow at 4:30 at the, South Lake City prior to our regional planning council meeting. Just updating some letters and stuff that we'll be sending out. We do have another scheduled meeting with the task force with the city of Valdosta on July the 10th at 6 p.m. at their, I think their business complex or their meeting complex where we met last time. City of Valdosta has been working, updating a lot of their infrastructure when it comes to how they monitor their flows. Brian, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but their SCADA system, they're able to monitor the flows at any given time and actually have the ability to redirect that flow should they start having, there. They have submitted a permit to Georgia's Environmental Protection Department for an additional, they already have 1 million gallon, temporary storage area at the plant, correct?
Yeah, the new one's eight,
I think it was 10.
eight.
Okay. Well, they have an 8 to 10 million gallon, I have to get clarified on that, but they have submitted a permit to Georgia's Environmental Protection Department for that additional several million gallon storage area if they were to have a spill to accommodate that. However, in my opinion, and for the record, Georgia's Environmental Protection Department, in my opinion, is dragging their feet. It's been several months, and I know that the city of Valdosta has been in contact with them regularly. I know that Brian and myself has reached out to Senator Rubio's staff and aides, you know, just kind of keeping them apprised of what's going on the federal level or the Georgia's level and working with EPA. So I just want to get everyone here just a brief update on where we're at. And the timeline originally was to have their additional storage area completed now, had they gotten their permits, but now they're talking if they get their permits now, it may be fall to end of the year. So I just keep trying to remind them that we're a rain event away. And so I just want to give everybody a quick update on where we're at today on that.
Appreciate that, thank you very much. Commissioner Moore? All right, I just wanna bring one thing to your attention, for consideration. The Florida Association is having their Policy Innovation Conference on the 25th and 26th of September. I don't know if anybody else is good, it's something I would like to attend, and our regular scheduled meeting would be on the 25th. So if we could possibly put that on the agenda to consider and discuss, on the 10th of July or sometime, and then decide whether we wanna do the 24th or whatever we wanna do. So that's all I have. Mr. Washington?
I have nothing, sir. Unless you have something for me.
Commissioner Walker?
Yes, sir.
Commissioner Bell?
No, sir.
All right. Mr. Kaufman?
Yes, sir, I wanna thank Ed for the celebration today. It was a great rededication of the Greenville Fire Station, and we appreciate all that you've done, Ed, over there in the city of Greenville. Excellent, and Chris Williams and staff, our fire chief did an excellent job, I thought, and had a great speaker. This Friday, we're eating lunch. The commission is eating lunch with the boys, the Kings. Between 12 and 1 o'clock, they have a presentation they wanna show us and eat and provide lunch. And I think, Commissioner Waldrop, are you available? Did you see the email from the Big Bend Continuum of Care, the homeless group? Okay, I think they have a meeting tomorrow, but I'll let you know.
Right, that boys teams, it'll be at the house there on location.
Yeah, it's one street off, it's one or two streets off, it's right behind the Capitol.
Pete Miles Boulevard, Pete Miles Bomley, Avenue.
Up behind Capitol
It's
City.
right there beside Calvin City, about 2 houses. You turn right there, I'll pick it in, about 2 houses on the left.
I'll get you an address on that.
Yeah,
I'll text you on
I
that.
All right, Town Lee,
We're doing good.
all right, Mr. Washington.
I may have missed it. Did y'all pass, the budget amendment for the next year? Y'all voted on that? Okay.
Yes.
I got distracted.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else for the good of the order?
Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
I just wanna commend, Mr. Dean also, that slipped my mind. I was in deep thought someplace else concerning the event at 12 o'clock today. That was good. A little bit disappointed to see a whole lot of other firemen there throughout the county, but I understand a lot of people working and whatnot. But the event was okay, about the park.
Yeah, I think a lot of our volunteer firefighters work during the week.
Yeah.
It's hard for them to come.
That's right.
Well, I think they just had a run. just before we got there, they had a run too.
The paid staff,
Paid staff, yeah.
yeah, the paid staff are on call.
Right, that's correct.
And that's why it's also important for us to, you know, have in our vision what's taking place in Greenville, it needs to be countywide.
That's right. Thank you. But I wanna, thank Ed for the, work being done in Greenville, and it's really, well, we're putting Greenville back on the map, but I think I'm very proud of what you've done.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I appreciate that, and I appreciate the board. I think Commissioner Moore, during his occasion, you memorialized how this whole process materialized, and it took some foresight and some political heat, if you will, to be able to bring things to fruition. And I think this is something that, quite frankly, that the county can benefit, and hopefully what we did today will continue to proliferate through the other parts of the county, and they realize that, you know, let's put our egos aside and let's work for the good of the order for the county, to bring services. Already, since we've been over to Greenville, I had one citizen to come to tell me that the doctor told him that if he would have laid, he was in his home and he fell and slipped in the bathroom, the 87-year-old man, and told me that if he had laid there for another hour, the doctor told him that he would have transitioned. And so to be able to have that firefighter, emergency medical, personnel right there on the spot, is something that you really can't, and sometimes I think maybe you can appreciate until you actually need it.
That's right.
And so, you know, the board is to be committed to having the foresight and to say, this is where, in my opinion, this is where good government works. So hopefully, you know, we can continue to bring everybody else on board. I appreciate everything that you have down there in Greenville now. We're definitely a willing partner, and we hope that the county comes on board, and maybe this transition to where it becomes more centralized up here on your podium here, for the greater good of the people. So I thank you.
Thank you, appreciate that, thank you. Commissioner Martin, you got something?
Oh, no, I just said he wanted to say something.
Oh, okay, all right. Mr. Thigpen, I haven't heard from you in 2 meetings now. You okay back there?
I'm fine.
Ms. Pickles,
To adjourn.
so moved.